Welcome to Island Treasures mini podcast for caregivers. I am your host and certified caregiver consultant, Allison Van Schie of Alongside Caregiver Consulting, coming to you from Vancouver Island in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. This episode is brought to you by our sponsor, Cabin Teely Contracting in the Comox Valley, where we care too. As a certified caregiver consultant, my radar is always searching for helpful tips to pass along to caregivers. Through social media, I learned about the Dawn method, which was described as a strength-based, person-centered, and kind approach to dementia care. This spoke volumes to me, as it is the model I used when I was a social worker, helping clients identify their skills and strengths. How refreshing to see this approach being applied to caregiving. So I reached out to Judy Cornish, the creator of the Dawn method, and asked her to be a guest on the Island Treasures podcast. Judy explains the Dawn method and how we can recognize the skills and strengths that exist in the person with dementia so that we can work with dementia. She offers practical suggestions, such as taking a coat along for an outing with your loved one, as it's cold outside. Yet they're warm and cozy indoors and unable to connect that in a few moments when they step outside, they'll be chilly and needing a coat. Instead of arguing with them, you use your rational thinking skills as you can see beyond the present moment, and you bring a coat along for them. Once they're outside and feeling the chill, you have the coat ready for them to wear. This simple awareness prevents an unnecessary disagreement and makes for a pleasant or more pleasant outing. I found it helpful too to know what our loved one means when they say they want to go home. They need to feel safe and secure. If we learn what home means to them, we can be the source of the feeling of home and help them feel safe and secure where they are. I recently read a story in Chicken Soup for the Soul's Navigating Eldercare and Dementia called More Than Just a Blanket by Brenda Leppington. Brenda's mom had had dementia and sadly passed away several years ago. The story of the blanket is one that conveys how important it is to engage with the person with dementia and not lose sight of their personhood. The blanket was a gift from her family, and it had family photos printed right into the fabric. It was intended to keep her nice and warm while she was on her bed, but Brenda's mom had a different idea. She wanted to display it on the wall so she could look at it rather easily from her chair, or at night before she went to bed, or in the morning when she opened her eyes. By hanging it on the wall, the blanket did more than just provide comfort for her mother. It also helped the staff engage more deeply with her, even those who hadn't done so previously. They would talk to her about those folks in the blanket pictures. The blanket was a constant reminder that she was a whole person. Even though she may have dementia, she still had full value. I wanted to share this story as it ties in so nicely with the Dawn method's kind approach to dementia care. Those with dementia may be losing their skills, but they're not losing their worth, their courage, or their intelligence. Marginalizing someone because they have dementia is not at all kind, but getting to know who they were and spending time with them in the present, that's kind. It's strength-based and person-centered. By adjusting our focus from the medical model to the person-centered model, we can improve the whole experience for both the person with dementia and their caregiver. If you want to learn more about the Dawn method, be sure to listen to the full episode of Skills Retained, Strengths-Based Approach to Dementia Care, and check out thedawnmethod.com to access Judy's resources. If you're curious about what the family's blanket looked like, you can see it in the video version of this mini podcast. I recognize how precious your time is, especially as caregivers, and so this mini podcast was designed just for you. And when you have more time, you can listen to the full episode. And when you do, please leave a rating and a review. If you find yourself in the midst of your own caregiving journey and need some supports, tap into alongsidecaregiverconsulting.ca. Thanks for listening. And if you're watching the video version, thanks for watching. Take care.